Great salespeople know that until a close,
Good.
money exchange, the ink
Yeah,
hits
we are.
away, or a contract, until the close takes place, there is no exchange. There is no value. There is no true service, the great believes, until the deal is closed. Everything prior to that, just relationship building. Important. Everything prior to that, just value add proposition. This is what we do. Oh, not a big deal. Critical, but not a big deal. Why? Because they don't have my product yet. Grant, they don't have the service yet. They haven't made a decision yet. The executives over here still worried about what they're going to do. Haven't made a decision on it. Their business can't improve. See, the great salespeople know that until I get my product or service into the hands of the consumer, there's no value. There's no exchange. There's nothing significant of value being exchanged with that client, and they won't be satisfied because the great salespeople know that until the close takes place, until ink hits a contract, no value is exchanged with their customers. The greatest of salespeople just don't stop learning. They're readers. They listen to audio. They're going to conventions. They're going to conferences. They look for bad books and bad workshops to go to and bad audio downloads. They don't care. You know why? Because the greats are committed to greatness. And even a bad idea, a bad concept, something old and outdated becomes fodder, becomes food for them, becomes something they consume and get some gristle off of. See, even when you read something or listen to something or hear somebody in a seminar or workshop and you disagree with it, well, what are you disagreeing with? You're disagreeing with, and the mind's going to fill it in with something you do agree. Oh, I don't agree with that, but I agree with this. See, even in that moment, you're learning. Look, quit wasting your time with this dead, junky TV that you're watching. Turn that time into learning, reading, studying, practicing. The great salespeople just don't stop learning. The top CEOs in America last year read over 63 books on average. These are the top paid, most successful, at least financially successful CEOs in the country. Read 63 books. How many books did you read? Because great salespeople don't stop reading, don't stop learning, and when you do, you won't be great anymore. Great salespeople know the difference between an objection and a complaint. I can't tell you how many times I've been working with a company where I went in after a sales team had been working a transaction, and the sales team told me, oh, it's the price and it's the product and it's this and it's that. And I would just walk in and just take the agreement or the contract and say, sir, I need you to sign right here. Well, what do you mean? I told the other guy the price is too high and I got a better deal and it's this and it's that. Sir, I need you to sign right here. Okay, I understand all that. I'm with you on all that. I agree with you on all that. I need you to sign right here. And the guy's like, oh, okay. And he signed. And then the sales team is like, dude, what'd you just do, man? What was that? What just happened there? I don't know. I don't know what happened. I think you made a complaint into an objection. Look, if somebody said to you, man, I don't like the weather. It's too cold or it's too hot. Are you now in charge to somehow lower or raise the temperature? No. Same thing with an objection. The price is too high. The payments are too high. We got to go to 3 other places. I got to look at this first. I didn't bring so-and-so with me. Aren't you just close? How do you know that's just not like the weather? I don't like the weather today. You can't solve problems that aren't actually problems. Many of the things that you hear today are not objections. They're complaints. It's an expensive product. It's the watch I'm wearing on my arm right now. And I'm like, oh my God, that's a lot of money. I knew it was a lot of money when I went there. And so a great salesperson would say this, thank you, sir. Thank you. It is a lot of money. Thank you. And Visa, MasterCard, or American Express. Okay, well, I just put it on my Amex. See, it was just a complaint. Great salespeople know how to differentiate between objections and complaints. And they make closing a deal look like magic.
Yep.
That was a good one.
Yeah, definitely. I'm trying to get this fucking screen back up. There we go. Um, yeah, anybody got any comments on those?
Well, I just like how he used the analogy of the temperature, right? Is people are always going to complain or have something to say. Your way is you can't control certain things that, like the price is the price, or the service is the service, and you just kind of got to figure out analogies or different ways to kind of help them understand what it is, what we're offering, and the value, right?
Yeah,
So I like that. Can't control the
Cool.
weather, Jackie. Right.
All right. Well, I'm sorry I missed the lessons. I was on a very important phone call. I'll tell you all about it later. So, are we wrapping up or?
we just finished Cardone. He was basically talking about differentiating between a complaint and an objection. Um, what else? I already forgot the first two, but they were good.
They always are. They always are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for the most part, complaints always sound like objections, right? And that's the difficult thing of distinguishing and then realizing like, all right, well, it's a complaint. Still gonna do it, I mean, it's hot outside. Doesn't mean I'm not gonna walk to my car, right? So, but I know that the value proposition for us is where we've got to hone in on how we present that. And then the other, and I would call this, I think, more of an objection than a complaint is we have a lot of resistance overcoming the idea that somebody from the outside can help a company where they are today. Like there's a real belief that, well, I can only be successful if I hire my own estimator to do the work exactly the way I want it at my location. And that I would say is a more difficult objection to overcome, but I know we can do it. We just have to figure out how to wrap that offer and how to really show like that regardless of the that perception, like we're still a sure thing. And we're more of a sure thing than hiring an estimator because first you got to go find one, which, if people are coming to us, that means they've probably been looking for an estimator and they can't find one, especially not one that's going to fit in their price range. And then two, they've got to pay that guy for every hour he works until they decide if they like him or not. And it's going to take them probably at least 3 months before they've figured out if it's working out. And a lot of times they won't really know for 12 months because that's about how long it takes for them to work through enough of the estimated jobs, build one out, and see if the estimates are actually good or not, right? So I think that we need to focus on speed, right? Like we go to work right away, and you got 30 days to fire me and not pay a dime. Like it's really risk free. It's completely risk free on their part, and it gets them started today. Doesn't get them started next week. Doesn't get them started 2 weeks down the road or a month. They can stop interviewing estimators, right? So they buy their time back right there. Two, they know in 30 days if they don't like the results, they can can us, and it doesn't cost them anything. They hire an estimator, it's going to cost them about 20, 30,000 bucks to decide they don't like them, right? So just some other perspective to put in there. And Masood, I was thinking about this with Mike Machado, right? So he's resisting doing something new because he sees that the risk outweighs the reward. But if we were to really kind of walk back, and especially with the feedback we've gotten from David, you know, what got them from, you know, where they were in 2000, I think it was 2012, to where they are today was taking a risk. You know, they took a risk with David. They took a risk to do something new that they hadn't done before, and it paid off for them, right? Now they're faced with another decision to take a risk, and he's hesitating. And he's not wanting to take that risk because I think he's forgotten that part of making that next step is you got to take a little bit of risk and you got to have some faith. Like, you know, it's gonna that I think if we can figure out how to tap back into that, like, oh yeah, that's right. I was all stressed out about this decision 10 years ago and look how it worked out. Like, you know, so.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Can you guys hear me?
Mm-hmm.
You got, everyone can hear me?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, you know, I think what's important is to explain to our customers, what does a customized estimate mean? And I think it's important for us to let them know that we're gonna be using their vendors. We're gonna be using their production rates and crews, and using their labor costs. So those are kind of like the three main things. And my question to our customers, and including Machado, would be, what else is needed besides those critical things? What else do you think is the missing ingredient? And is your process replicatable? You should be able to, okay, not us, someone else. How are you going to train your other estimator? So I think this is an important point that I think needs to be communicated to our customers, so they hopefully puts their mind at ease that we are going to produce a product for them that they can produce in-house, but we can do it more efficiently. And I'm looking forward to having that kind of conversation with any of our customers.
Yeah, I think efficiency, right? I mean, you know, let's just say across the board that we turn out the same exact product that they're turning out in-house, right? Same efficiency, same time, same everything. Well, for them to produce that, they're paying an estimator, you know, a couple $100,000 a year, maybe more. And you know, because even Machado was like, well, you know, we get these young engineers in here, and he told me about the one that he had that, you know, they do the traditional route, which is we put them in takeoff, then we'll give them some work to bid, and then we kind of take them out in the field and show them like how things really work, and you know, and we all know that process. We've all done it, and you know, that doesn't even have to necessarily be an either or situation. You know, I think the situation is, yeah, that's great, but you know, what you told me today was you've got work that you can't bid right now, you're passing on. So how about we just pick up the ones that you're passing on right now? You still do the thing you're doing, but instead of, you know, having zero chance at getting a job, you have a chance at getting the job if it's bid out, right? So you can either bid the $10 million worth of work and shake out $1 million, or you can pass completely on it and have no chance of getting that $1 million. So, you know, so please keep doing what you're doing. It's great. But if you want to be able to have a hit the throttle option and, you know, hit the easy button on a couple of jobs, then here we are, right? So. All right. Speaking of here we are, what are we bidding this week?
All right. So this week we have several bids going out. Starting off with the Rossmore Pickleball courts. That's going out to Tilton Pacific. We got the Buchanan self-storage going out to Huff. Moore Elementary School, going out to top level grading. We also got, UC Davis, building demo phase 2, going out to the Creekside. And, 907 Davis, looks like probably a residence for modern building. And the list goes on and on, so we got a big,
A busy week.
busy week. Yeah, that takes us to the end of this week, and then we got a bunch more next week. So busy schedule.
Good. Aaron, what do we got on the ground this week?
We're finishing up some of the parking lot grinding overlay at Walmart. What else? Arroyo's on hold. I guess we're in between phases, you could say. I need to get into some of the Runner Park contract docs. Get all that going. Tracy, keep pushing on that one with the building official. Calabasas, we should be getting comments back soon. And then St. Louis. Is there a meeting today?
Yeah, I've got to get down there by 9.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
got.
All right, and I'm looking at submitted bids for last week. You know, Parkside West is one. I think Ben's back next week. This ADU turnaround in Los Altos. I talked to Kip last week. Sounds like they're gonna do it. I don't know that they have much choice. So they were just trying to. I think they were trying to sort out some other stuff first. Definitely want to follow up this week, guys, on the Primrose Thornwood job. And then Aaron, I know you're hot and heavy with the Santa Clara Walmart, so we want to try to push that thing to the end this week and get at least a LOI out of those guys.
They issued an addendum on Friday, so I have to look at that.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
All
due
right.
tomorrow.
Got it. Okay, so yeah, looks good, man. We got a lot going on.
And then the
welcome
AWAS
back.
tower,
Yeah.
the AWAS tower goes out today.
Oh yeah, the tower job, and
Jered's right.
we did that little underground job for Nathan on Friday. So
Yep.
Jered, make sure this morning, before you get any farther down the track, would you make sure we have all of our submitted jobs on the OH&P chart, please? Thank you. All right, Michael, thank you for joining us. I'm glad you're back.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for giving me that time.
We can now close the doors. We can squeeze them down from one coast to the other coast.
Yeah,
Come on.
there you go. There you go. Thank you for giving me that time, and I look forward to having something good to bring to the table. You know, now that I'm back, I'm settled in. I'm fired up. So.
All right. I know for sure Hugo is, he's always a hot topic for us. And then who's the Granite Northwest guy?
Zach Stanley.
Zach. So Zach was, he made a bunch of promises to come and see me last week. He never did. I'm gonna leave. I think I'm gonna leave that one in your hands now.
Okay, that's fine.
I've got five jobs that we bid for him sitting on my desk that if he wants to, look at what we're doing, there they are.
Absolutely.
He needs to come in here and see us.
Okay.
All
Yeah,
right.
I'll reach out to him.
All right. Other than that, I think we're all ready to go to work. We ready?
Oh, I am for sure.
Okay. Let's do it. All right, guys. Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow.
right.